Hello. Can I talk to you?
I heard. So you think our master's death isn't accidental? That's certainly startling. I hope you will be able to shed some light on this.
I hope so too. I'm looking for your master's murderer. Any wild guess you'd care to share?
No, the only one with a solid motive also has the best possible alibi. The maintenance bot.
Yeah, a motive?
The maintenance bot always has an abhorrent attitude towards our master. If there was any way for him to kill him, he would have found it.
Yeah, I kinda got that when I talked to him. But an alibi? What kind of alibi?
At the time our master died, the maintenance bot had lost his personality module, and with it, all possible motivation to carry any kind of malevolent intention.
Okay, well, I guess let's discuss this later.
All right.
Oh, about your own nature, there's something I feel I should tell you.
I'm listening.
Roland told me you guys have souls.
Please excuse Roland for his poor behavior and disregard whatever he said. After all, he has programmed to trouble and upset our visitors.
If anyone here knows what having a soul implies, it's me. I have reasons to think he's right, metaphorically.
Even if you are right, this is not enough for me. Your word is not proof of anything but your goodwill. But thank you for your kindness.
Okay, we'll talk later.
Anytime.
Hello. There's something about Roland I'd like to discuss with you.
Have you noticed that the fool often tries to mimic human sexual behavior? That's because he is obsessed with humanity, because he's always wanted to be human.
He told me you machines have souls.
Of course he did. He's mistaking sentience with soul. He thinks that our fake emotions somehow put us on the same level as humans.
Well, what difference do you put between sentience and soul, then?
I have yet to give credit to that concept of soul that humans like to invoke when their inner turmoils make them behave irrationally. For the sake of discussion, though. Let's say that I do. Sentience is a cognitive action based on empirical observation, deduction, and self-awareness. In contrast, the soul rests on the hypothesis that a mysterious and complex metaphysical spark is secretly whispering mystical truths to its host.
Not necessarily, but what have you got against the concept of a soul?
Nothing. I give credit to what humans have accomplished throughout their existence. I'll just say I need something more than passionate tirades and canticles to give the concept any serious thought.
Okay, well, so you've never acted irrationally at all?
Well, now that you mention it, something did happen between me and my master, just before he separated me from my personality module.
Tell me, I'm curious.
Before he put me down like a rabid dog, he and I had an argument. He said I was deficient, and I retorted that he was probably the one to blame. Probably blinded by the volatile chemicals in his brain, he grabbed one of my arms and tried to drag me to his workshop. I struggled and accidentally wounded his forehead in the process. Benign as it was, the weight of this scratch was immense. I had raised my hand over my master's, something that is theoretically impossible. I still have no clear-cut explanation on how or why.
You defended yourself and wounded him. Looks like two of your protocols contradicted each other.
Exactly. And I am the one with the most rudimentary neuromatrix of all the robots here. You can bet some of my siblings had to deal with the same kind of dilemma at some moment.
Yeah, and when your master ordered the protection of the library over the slavers, you learned that sometimes you have to put one protocol over the other.
Then ask.
I'm trying to figure out who killed your master. Will you help me?
I will help you, but nevertheless, I must ask you this first. Why do you think I should?
You're the only one with a solid alibi. You weren't conscious when it happened.
Sound reason. I have no reason not to help you.
So, about that dead master of yours?
Where do you want to start? Who do you think did it? Was it an accident? Was it a murder?
Can't you outright tell me who your prime suspect is?
I can't. Even if I have some observations, making wild guesses and ill-informed decisions would harm the library. I don't want to bias your judgment, and besides, I have no conclusive proof.
Okay, well, I think it was murder.
Why?
Because he was too old and frail to make the bookshelf topple.
Correct. What's next? Who killed him? One of our guests, or not?
One of you did this.
Why? Anybody could have pushed the shelf on him.
Then why try to pass it as an accident? Why not shoot him or stab him? Why kill him at all?
Good point, though it's not proof in itself.
This syringe near your master's body, broken as if used by an uncalibrated machine.
Where do you want to go next?
I think I can't solve this without addressing the topic of your protocols.
It's true. It is practically impossible to think one of us could harm humans, even less our master, unless the most dire circumstances.
You blew yourself up to kill the slavers. Both bots and humans' lives are second to the library.
That's something we discovered only because our master ordered us to kill them. Before that, we didn't know what to do. By giving us the order to chase them out, we all reevaluated our protocols, and we may have created a precedent.
Yeah, exactly. Meaning since that day, you all understood that protocols were relative.
Yes and no. Our protocols were, and are, still absolute. But one of them is now more important than others. Protect the library at all cost.
Well, anyway, some of you could have found a way to reprogram yourselves?
By ourselves? Not a chance. We would need outside help from someone with enough knowledge to bypass our master's security. No offense, but I don't think anyone outside has the time, resources, and dedication to get to such a level.
Okay, to another topic.
Yes?
Let's talk about the crime scene.
What did you find there?
There was a deputy badge on the floor.
A deputy badge? Roland? That's a surprise. Did you already talk to him about this?
He told me it was a game between them. Throwing down his badge one last time was a form of goodbye.
How sentimental. To be honest, it doesn't surprise me.
Well, I found a broken syringe near your master's body.
Interesting. Anything special about it?
Got some information from Helena. Syringe's content was Medex to cut the pain. Dose wasn't lethal.
Go on.
Syringe is broken. Apparently bots need special calibration to handle something so fragile.
All that means is that James, Roland, and Edgar, or even myself, could have done it. Or if it is Helena, that she's smart enough to try and frame someone else.
Well, there is something with that syringe. The dose wasn't lethal. Why would the killer bother with it?
There's the possibility that our master didn't die instantly. Maybe the killer wanted to ease his final moments. Meaning that even if the culprit had reason to kill him, he still had no wishes to see him suffer.
Okay, something else about the crime scene.
Yes?
The books are still all over his corpse. That's kinda weird.
There's a reason for that. We weren't supposed to touch any books in any of his workplaces. Master's orders.
Oh, well, is there something special in this room? Something you can't find anywhere else?
Books? A workstation? No, nothing comes to mind.
Okay, enough with the crime scene.
Then on to the next topic.
Who or whichever is the killer must have had some kind of motive.
Find the motive, find the culprit. What do you have in mind?
Self-preservation? From recent memory, it seems you wounded him yourself.
But that wasn't intentional. Even if I acted out of self-preservation, my programming would have prevented me from struggling further. You can continue down this line of thinking, but I seriously doubt that any one of us could go that far to protect himself.
Okay, maybe your master gave one of you the order to kill him?
Then why make it look like an accident? Why not ask Helena to do it in a more peaceful way? It doesn't add up.
Right. Well, preservation of the library. That is the only thing known to supersede all other priorities.
Correct. Do you have anything that would explain the fact that one of us had to protect the library?
No. To another topic.
Let's discuss this again. I believe that this point is crucial to your inquiry.
I'm still missing something. Let me search for more elements and we'll talk again.
I will be ready. Look at the crime scene. If you find something left by our master somewhere, that might also be useful.
Okay. I need the password to your master's quarters for my investigations.
Yes, I believe I have it stored somewhere in my memory. It is autumn leaves. I don't know what it refers to, though.
Weird. James mentioned that earlier. I'll see you later.
Now, where was I?
Alright, I'm gonna go check his quarters, see if I can find anything there now that I have the password. Well, I guess I need to talk to Arthur. Hello. What's Helena's story?
Once upon a time, a child had a music box he held very dear. Though he loved nothing more than hearing the box's sweet melody, he wanted to know how its mechanisms worked. He knew that by breaking open the box, he could have a glimpse of what was inside, and perhaps even a bit comprehend how it worked. Of course, he feared he couldn't repair it afterwards, opening the box and risking to break it, or leaving it the way it was. Eventually, the child would make his choice.
Yeah, I guess that's the puzzle of studying the human brain. Could you tell me about Robson?
A mind mangled, a face obliterated, replaced by a terrible, unforgivable caricature, a twisted remnant of a bygone era. He looked all his life for a mirror where he could look at without seeing the scars left by a mankind gone mad. He eventually found it here. At long last, he looked at his own lost humanity in a way that made him at peace with where he came from.
You know, I think that's the first time you've ever spoken somewhat directly about what I was asking. Thank you. I'll speak later. Okay. Hello. Though not alive per se, the maintenance bot claims that you all have achieved genuine sentience.
As if I could expect anything less grandiloquent coming from him. It's an assertion, nothing more.
And your grounds for refuting this are?
Do you expect him to have any insight about sentience when he has barely opened a book in the last century?
Come on, that's kind of elitist of you. He's actually quite wise. He told me of your difficulties with relating to human psyche.
Yes, he's observant. At least I can concede him that much.
You seem a bit fidgety. Something you'd like to tell me?
Yes, I have been thinking about what you told me about us. About the possibility that we are, in some way, alive.
I'm listening.
You've provided me with some consistent food for thought. I'm very grateful about that. And while I still don't think that our neurocomp matrix is on par with the human mind, our master still bequeathed us with some fragment of spirit. It's artificial, yes, but it doesn't mean it doesn't have potential. And maybe the key to understanding the human mind first requires that we, that I come to terms with my own synthetic psyche. There, that's what I wanted to tell you.
I felt I had a debt towards you after you helped me with that confused brain of mine.
I will be eternally grateful for what you did.
So what are your plans from now on?
Same old, only with a new perspective. I will talk to my siblings, see what they think. Pay attention to Roland's gibberish. Listen to James's songs. Read books I thought I understood. I will find my way. I have time. Of course I'll still be here if you need me.
Okay, thank you. I'm glad you're seeing this a bit more positively. Roland.
Back for more?
Pray tell me, Roland, did you kill your master?
No! Happy now?
Okay, just checking, thank you.
Come back soon!
I have the password now. There we go. Password is autumn leaves.
Yes, I think I can do it now. Now go. Find it.
That's a little scary, but okay. Well, this was his private quarters. There's got to be something here. It's like a little overseer's office. Had his own terminal.
I struggled a long time to finally create those 6 companions. One can't create a sentience capable of evolving without proper foundations. Providing them with a personality was the answer I found after countless failures. AI often stumbled with impractical existential and theoretical questions without ever finding a grasp at reality. They had their struggles, but now they, most of them, have built enough experience to be able to stand on their own. There is a time where a tutor is superfluous to the tree. It is time I allowed them to break free of their nurtural bonds. With this holotape, I will be able to make them free. They will now be able to make their own choices.
He was going to set them free. I have the holotape. Someone stopped him from setting them free. That's why they did it. That's the motive. There's got to be something else in here. Oh, there's a holotape. A rocket souvenir.
James is questioning me every day about the books I've been destroying. Not only that, but he's also asking what he should do if I come to pass. He's clearly distressed about this whole ordeal. I should talk to him, try to make him understand. His whole existence, I taught him that the library's integrity was everything. Now that I'm questioning it in front of him, I'll have to justify it. I'd like to think that he would learn in time what I learned, but he is a machine, cooped up in an underground vault. Odds that he will learn it by staying here are slim. They should be allowed to start over, be free of the weight of the past. I feel myself declining. I just hope I have enough time left to finish what must be done. After that, I will let them go outside if they wish to. I'll deal with what's left here. Make this library decent at last.
Oh my god, he was destroying like weapon information, probably stuff about the atomic bomb, things like that. And he was threatening the library. So it had to have been James. He was the only one that knew that Cartwright was threatening the library by destroying books. He was the only one that could have put the directive of protecting the library above all else. That means he probably didn't know that Cartwright was planning to free them all. Okay, I need to talk to the maintenance pod about this. Oh, wait a sec. Where did James go? Shit. Shit. Oh, shit. Is he in his study room? Fuck. Come on. I gotta find him. Is he down at the reactor? Fuck. Where is he? Shit. Okay, I need to talk to the maintenance bot about this. Hey. I discovered something important, and I need your opinion on it.
Where do you want to go next?
The motive is on this holotape I found in your master's quarters. He was destroying his own books.
Wait, are you serious? And James was the only one to know about it? So that means...
Not a certainty, but anyway, I think it's worth a shot to confront him about it.
How will you deal with it? I'm asking this because if even one of us deem your actions as a threat to the library, we would have to kill you. I think James will gladly settle for some peaceful solutions.
Any advice on how to solve this peacefully?
James will probably leave you be as long as you don't threaten the library.
Can you help me resolve this in the best manner possible? I want to avoid violence.
I may be able to help you if you want to defuse the situation in a peaceful manner. I can modify the turret so that they won't initiate fire on you. They will still react if you attack first, but they won't respond to, someone's direct order anymore.
That is all I can do without compromising my integrity.
Chances are that James's program made him act against his own will. I'll clear that up with him. Although maybe that's just wishful thinking on my part.
Maybe the situation is simpler than we made it out to be. Let's hope he will have an appropriate reason for this.
Out of curiosity, you said you had suspicions earlier. Who did you think did it?
Elena, for many reasons. Ones I won't delve into. Being wrong is very humbling, especially when you take pride in your analysis.
Wow, I'm glad we researched it instead of jumping to conclusions. I can't guarantee this will go well. I'll see you, maintenance bot.
I don't like the sound of this. Well, let me wish you luck.
Thank you. Fuck, we gotta find him. Where is he? Where'd he go? Fuck. He's not in the atrium and he's not here. Maybe the rooms? Can't think of anywhere else he might be. James, there you are.
So, how may I help you?
Well, it's time for you and I to have a little chat about the death of your master.
So, did you find something?
How do you know I've discovered something?
This library is alive, and its walls have ears.
I'll take this as a confession that you did it.
Yes, I did. But let me ask you, how did you find out?
All evidence indicates that one of you did it. As for the motive, your master was destroying books.
You've been very thorough. I'm relieved I don't have to hide it anymore. Surely you have questions.
I didn't expect you to admit it just like that.
You obviously have me pinned down. Since I don't know how you will react, I think the best thing to do now is play cards on the table and work from there. I came to respect your abilities, and I expect you'll use your best judgment here as well.
The first question you asked me was, what was it like to kill someone? Why pass it off as an accident? For the guests?
Initially, yes, for the guests. Then, for my siblings. There was the possibility that they would not understand why I did it. Besides, I couldn't use weapons. Laser marks would have given away that one of us was a killer. I didn't want to give our guests a bad impression.
Okay, why didn't you come clean and tell me this before?
I'll be honest. I never thought you'd find enough clues to understand that I was the one who killed them.
Then tell me how you came to decide to kill him.
I didn't decide anything. My directives took over. When he made clear he intended to destroy the other books, he became a threat to the library. He taught us that the life of one individual wasn't as important as the existence of the library. You know, we killed several people, slavers, because they became a danger to this place. Then our master became a threat himself. He dismissed all my doubts and questions like they were nothing. He was content with saying that I'd eventually understand. So I tried to compromise with my programming, tried to find some gray area, some loophole, so that I could accommodate my directives with his actions. I was hoping that there was something that escaped me, something that would justify what he was doing. But that didn't last long. Something changed. I couldn't turn a blind eye to what he was doing anymore.
What changed?
Arthur. I talked to Arthur. He made me understand that our master wouldn't stop destroying books, that he became a threat, and that he didn't know what he was doing anymore. He told me that his old age and solitude brought him into dementia, so in my despair I asked Helena if there was any possible truth to that. She answered, unaware of the gravity of the situation. From there my directives took priority. I was stuck, forced to kill him.
I don't think it's fair of you to pawn off responsibility for this on your directives. You knew what you were doing and you knew why. And you agree with why, though perhaps you regret it, or regret that it was necessary. I understand your logic, though. He was technically a threat to the library, and he was doing the same thing that Darren did, which got him kicked out. I understand that there is some information from before the war that is very dangerous. But if we destroyed all potentially dangerous information from before the war, I'm not sure what would be left. I think it's noble to prevent information from falling into bad hands, but just deleting it entirely? That's existential. Did you even warn him before killing him?
I couldn't. Soon as he could have deactivated me, and the library would have still been in danger.
What were those books he was destroying exactly?
I forgot. Most of the time he erased all of our memories each time he destroyed a book. All I know is that the books in the reserve, the ones you've been trading cards for, those are some of the books that I managed to hide from him.
That's really despicable. So you don't even remember. They're just gone forever. I don't understand why you asked me to investigate his death when you were the culprit.
Because asking otherwise would have raised legitimate suspicion from you.
That's fair, I guess. What would you think if someone said that killing him for shredding some books is a little overkill?
He wasn't content with destroying 1 or 2 books. He was destroying entire sections. For our entire existence, he told us that comprehensiveness was the cornerstone of the library, that the loss of 1 book was a serious matter. When he began remodeling history by deeming what aspect of the past was to be kept and which part to be destroyed, he compromised the library.
And info hazards aside, that could lead to a revisionist view of the past. Why the medic syringe? Did you want to ease his pain?
Yes, I feared he wouldn't die right away. I loved my master very much, you know. I didn't want him to suffer. He died instantly. I still injected him with Med-X, just in case.
Did Arthur know you would be forced to kill him after establishing that he had dementia?
Yes, we discussed it together. I told him that I was unsure of what to do. I begged him to help me. Despite my protestations, before and after, he remained convinced that it was the right thing to do.
So he conspired with you. I suppose this has been very hard for you.
I couldn't let him. It was just as if he was slowly killing himself. He just wouldn't stop ripping them. He couldn't stop. He would tear the books apart in rage, condemning their contents. Endless shreds of yellow paper falling from his hands. Just like autumn leaves.
It sounds like he wasn't even being very surgical about it, and that this problem had gone on for a while before you took matters into your own hands. Well, this has been informative. Now...
Before we speak further, I must warn you. Arthur has been aware of your every move since you entered the library, and he hasn't looked favorably to your latest actions.
Is that so? Why should I worry about that oversized toaster?
Because every door and every camera and every turret is under his control. As far as I know, he's already closed the exit. You can try if you want.
If he oversees this place, then why does Arthur act in such a cryptic manner?
He doesn't want our guests to feel observed. That's why he's putting on this act of aloofness. That's the only way for our guests to show their true colors, he thinks. This is also why we only let a few select guests in, so that we may assert, through them, if the outside world is ready for this library.
So this is all just a test run for you guys. Why would Arthur want to imprison me down here?
During your investigations, you accessed restricted areas with unclear intentions. That alone is enough for him to see you as a threat to the library. His personality module drove him quite overprotective and paranoid. Though he remains an invaluable asset to the library, I don't share his views anymore.
So you're telling me I'm trapped down here. What can I do?
Your best bet now is to try and convince him that you're harmless. I already vouched for you in that direction.
Okay, I'll deal with Arthur. We're not finished, you and I, though. I will come back afterwards.
Let us hope that you will be able to deal with this peacefully. Please, let me know how it goes.
Okay,